Hey guys, welcome to Celestial Crossing, it's Dee here. So in today's video I'm going to be building a sunken waterfall with a log bridge through the middle of it. This speed build is actually inspired by Toffee Crossing, who recently actually released her dream address. If you haven't visited a dream address then I definitely recommend it as it's amazing. Her terraforming skills are absolutely insane. So getting into the video, I've actually started terraforming a little bit before filming. This was because I wanted to make sure that I got the placements right for everything, and I was actually there for quite a while sorting out where I wanted to put everything. Even in this video you'll be able to see that I do start moving things around, so the area that I gave myself to put the little lake area for the waterfalls was too large and I ended up making it quite a bit smaller. So for that bit I did end up cutting it out just because it was very time consuming. I didn't want to bore you watching that. So here I started terraforming the water part. I actually left some land at the very front, which because of the cliffs you can't actually see it. That allows me to easily go in and out of the lake area to terraform and decorate, instead of having to dig into the cliff to get to that area. It just makes everything a lot easier really while terraforming. I'm just starting to decorate mainly with the trees, figuring out where to place them. Some of the trees I'm using are actually stunted trees. I think that stunted trees give a lot of depth to the trees instead of just them all being one height. I've only started using stunted trees recently, so I'm still learning with putting them in the right places to get the right effect that I'm looking for. So around the waterfalls on the cliffs, I am placing some bushes, some flowers, and some custom designs. I decided to stick with white flowers. That's kind of the theme that I've got running through my island. I think it's just easier to work around and decorate around white flowers. It allows me to use more colour and not feel too restricted. So here I time travelled forward a couple of days to try and get some of the trees grown in. Some of them didn't grow in, so I did end up having to time travel again, which I guess is kind of good because the day I time travelled onto was raining. I've started using a different path design. I was using the original The Path, but I kind of got bored of it. I found this soil and flower, it's called path. It's kind of like the original path, but sort of broken up instead with a few flowers added in. I think it looks a lot softer and not as harsh as the other path. It sort of blends in a little bit more and looks more natural. So if you haven't seen recently, there's this new sort of blanket designs. They are diagonal blankets. I like how these look more to the normal blanket designs, as they look like they've been thrown on the ground instead of just placed there, which I guess in real life you would just throw the blanket down wherever instead of carefully placing it down. So I'm just decorating a little bit around the area, trying to find what fits best. And then I add in some trees around the base of the path before you get to the waterfall. I wanted to make it feel a bit foresty in this area. So for the little picnic area, I used a tiny library with a book off to the side, so it's like you've gotten the book from the tiny library. Also, I've got a little cushion to sit on, and then the Berliners, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the little jam donut looking things. I really like using the food items on my picnics, as obviously you would have food at a picnic, so it makes it more believable that it's a picnic. So I'm basically done now with this build. I'm just making some finishing touches. I did eventually, after filming this, add some more trees around the tops of the waterfalls at the back, as I thought it was a bit bare. I didn't record this, so I'm going to add some photos at the end of what it looks like with those trees added in. I also added some weeds around the front and some more flowers as well. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please make sure to give the video a like and subscribe if you'd like to continue seeing my content. If you'd like to get notified when I upload, then be sure to press the bell icon next to the subscribe icon.